Good evening, and welcome to Sealaska Heritage and Celebrations' very first annual, I'm looking at Rosita, annual fashion show. You know, it's just such a wonderful experience to be able to be here in this clan house with some of our traditional and contemporary ways of expressing ourselves, and to be here to talk about fashion. I wanted to first say that I'm really grateful to Rosita and her leadership. You know, several years ago, it was through her vision and foresight that she said, we need to do more about marketing our sea otter furs. And she went to Santa Fe, and she had, Sealaska and Sealaska Heritage put on fashion shows. And we got lots of people in Indian country to come to the Indian market to see our fashion. And yet, we didn't do one of those at home. And so we're really excited to be able to embrace this thought and this feeling that not only is our culture special to us when we come to celebration or when we put on our special regalia during ceremonies, but that we are Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian every day. And that those representations of our traditional regalia can be with us in expressing who we are. So, tonight's the night. We get to hear from some new artists and see some new artisans share their vision of what our contemporary look at traditional elements in our regalia, our apparel, that we can represent ourselves every day. So thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate. I'm Jackie Peta. I'm the vice chair of Sealaska, and Sealaska is a proud sponsor of the work that we collaborate together with Sealaska Heritage. We look forward to tonight's event. Everybody, yes, here we go. Thank you.
Oh. We achi aya watua ach. Hastu ji iti aya kartu satinya khana. Achawe idata we ach tuwasuku hatlit ko has yukatangi. Watua achi. Singitani kakoe uhan yidat. Aku kwan ka ak kwan aya. Hastu lit ko has ani. Kathatua ashku. We cell phone with two Klehooch. Euphony ayakakwajak. That's not a nice verb. Konachawe hatuasagu. Hasawe awa achi yakusahani. Gunachish. I just wanted to say a few things in Tlingit before we get started. I'll go off book here for a second. We heard some songs. We're going to see what we call je'ite, what's left over from their hands, which is our word for something that somebody crafts, something somebody makes. So I wanted to get us in a good mindset first, but as we think about that. So there's going to be music. There's going to be amazing things to see. There's going to be a few things I'll say that the artists have told us about their work. But one of the really important elements is you and your reaction to what you're seeing. This is an Indigenous event, which means we don't have to sit on our hands. We can get excited. We can show people our love for their work and what they're doing, for our passion. And even in a smallest event, we lift each other up, and it just becomes contagious. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with traditional wear. We wanted to give you, our viewers, a glimpse into the growing world of the modern and contemporary fashions. And thus we are beginning with the sampling of traditional regalia and wear. Shukwa aya, Shkendutan. Shkendutan is from Angoon, of the Duklawedi clan, and the Kilawale Tooth House. She is a traditional Chilkat weaver and is widely known for her traditional regalia. Shkendutan's first piece is worn by her daughter, Gabby. It is a raven's tail robe with glacier designs and a Chilkat octopus bag. They represent the glacier her clan traveled under when coming back to the coast after the Great Flood. Goodness cheese. Shken is wearing a raven's tail robe designed after the swift robe. Each half has 2 bands of designs including diamonds, lattice, and lightning patterns. She is also wearing a raven's tail octopus bag with copper seaweed. Shken's daughter Elizabeth is wearing a vest with the Chilkat butterfly pattern. This is a baby Chilkat and raven's tail apron with a killer whale design. Next, Dorothy Grant. Sealaska Heritage wants to pay special tribute to Dorothy Grant. She was among the first, if not the very first, Northwest Coast fashion designers. She is Haida with a strong connection to her culture. She has achieved international acclaim as a fashion designer. In 1988, Grant became the first to merge Haida art and fashion, utilizing her formal training at the Helen Lafaux School of Design. Dorothy believes that her clothing embodies the Haida philosophy, Yan Gudang, meaning self-respect. The driving force behind her clothing designs is empowerment, pride, and feeling good about oneself. We've seen an evening dress and an octopus dress, and next is the men's tuxedo modeled by Conrad Frank. This is the tuxedo that was worn at the red carpet at the Oscar Awards by Dwayne E. Howard for his performances in The Reverend. Next, we have an evening dress modeled by Rayanne Mills. Goodness cheese. Next is Chris Bryant, who will be modeling a men's vest. Yahweh. How are Delung? How are Dorothy? Contemporary fashion, Janice Jackson. Janice Jackson is a designer from Ketchikan. Her designs have achieved great popularity. The button robe collar is modeled by Angel Fujimoto. Janice uses the Lovebirds design that she purchased from Israel Shotridge. The collar is made of 100% wool felt with abalone buttons and accented with glass beads. The purple silk wrap modeled by Lena is made with silk and a beaded applique design on silk with abalone button. Pam Baker. Pam Baker is a fashion designer, artist, entrepreneur of Squamish and Kwakiutl ancestry, the owner of Touch of Culture TOC Legends Designs and Coppernut Jewelry. She promotes art by mentoring artists, designers, and First Nations youth. Pam received her degree in fashion design at Otis College of Art and Design in Los Angeles. The Chilkat cape modeled by Allison Bremner. This cape is part of the Chilkat Elements collection. It has traveled to New York, Paris, and Italy. This piece was in the art show Without Reservations in New York and showcased in the New York Fashion Encyclopedia. The Chilkat tunic, modeled by Chris Bryant, was designed for Pam's son, whose name represents the head killer whale of a pod of killer whales. Give it up. The new eagle dress, modeled by Brittany Reed, represents the eagle who flies closest to the Creator, representing strength. Jackie Peda Johnson. Kus'in Jacqueline Peda is the executive director of the National Congress of American Indians. She is Tlingit from the Raven Sockeye clan. She also serves as the vice chair of Sealaska Corporation Board of Directors. Emily Watts is wearing this contemporary raven cape made in memory of Nancy Jackson. Her black mock turtleneck shift dress has open sleeves trimmed with white buttons that is exposed as she moves. Over her shoulder is a simple raven wing. Christian Gomez is wearing a vest embellished with seaweed design beading by his aunt, Jody Watts. His silver belt buckle was designed and made by Rico Whirl. This piece explores the concept of a modern raven as he learns about astronomy and uses his abilities to visit the star system himself. This top, worn by Kylie Watts, is a traditional blue and red tunic with red buttons as trim. The tunic is matched with classic shorts for the upscale and contemporary look of today's version of the tunic. Brandon Gomez is wearing his version of Tlingit-inspired dress-up clothes. Brandon is wearing a red felt tie beaded by his mother, Jamie Gomez, and raven sockeye shoes designed by James Johnson. Hannah Watts is wearing a version of the uniforms we wished you could have worn in boarding school. It is a tribute to schools that are now bringing culture in the classroom. Her vest and skin trimmed in buttons and her raven moiety so she could go from the classroom to dance practice. Rico Worrell. Rico Tlanat Worrell is a Tlingit Athabascan who lives in Juneau, Alaska. He is Raven from the Sockeye clan in the Raven House in Haines. His art is based on formline design, the traditional design style of the indigenous Northwest Coast. He and his sister Crystal Kakia Worrell are founders of the Trickster Company, a shop promoting innovative indigenous design. Camille Lamach is modeling the jewelry designed by Rico Worrell. They are made of sterling silver fashioned with baleen design. Maria Shaw Claw. Maria Shaw Claw Williams is an inland Tlingit from the Raven Deshiton clan and a child of the Killer Whale clan. She serves as the Director of Alaska Native Studies at UAA. Maria's fashion, modeled by Anna Shaburis, Paul Marks, and Marjorie Tabone, comes from the story when Raven first saw lilacs. Raven was flying up the Taku River when he spotted a beautiful purple lilac bush. He was overcome with the beauty and the sweet scent. He was inspired to make two humans fall in love and get married. A beautiful wolf maiden and handsome raven man are part of Raven's lilac wedding, and he invited his butterfly children. Hoya nanakpak. Rosita Worrell. Rosita Kahani Worrell is the proud mother of 3 children and grandmother of 6 grandchildren who are making their way in the world honorably and successfully. Miranda Kagwait Worrell's Aleut-style headdress, which was also used by the Tlingit, was made by Leanne Grigoriev of Tatlayak with the help of her 4 daughters and gifted to Kahani by the Chugach region. Her dress, which can be worn as a dress or casual wear, is a Northwest Coast abstract design. Miranda's jewelry was designed and produced by Kahani's grandchildren Tlanat and Kakia through their business Trickster Company. Heather Dixon. Heather Dixon is from Whitehorse, Yukon. She is Tlingit and Nahuk First Nations fashion designer that merges both traditional and modern techniques in her design. She has taken the colorful scarves that grannies from the North wear, cut them up into headbands, and added traditional First Nations beadwork. With the amazing demand for these headbands that is modeled by Selena Kakotovich, Dixon has invited other amazing beadwork artists to her business and now has ladies from all over the North creating unique, one-of-a-kind hand-beaded pieces to adorn her headbands. Amy Mitchell. Amy D. Mitchell lives in the Seattle... This is a wonderful native fashion accessory born from the teachings of our grandmothers. Heather's designs are modeled by Michelle McCoy, Madalena Peterson, and Selena Kokotovich. Amy Mitchell. Amy D. Mitchell lives in the Seattle area where she attained her Bachelor of Arts degree in Fashion and Marketing Design. She is currently starting a fashion label named Night Raven Design. Amy's passion for creating Native-inspired fashion comes naturally to her, since she has been sewing regalia and fashions for approximately 20 years. This evening gown was designed for the red carpet, is made with shantung silk and silk chiffon, and is modeled by Melissa Kukash. The bodice is sequined with the Alaskan wildflowers of the chocolate lilies and geraniums on a bed of beaded S-shapes inspired from Tlingit art. 3 mother-of-pearl buttons are added as a special touch. Shyla Germain. Shyla Germain, Akdain Tan Tlingit Chippewa from the Huna Snail House, is the designer and model of this garment. She is accompanied by her son, Radar Ararjo. Shyla's piece is strongly influenced by the traditional Tlingit tunic with abalone buttons and a collar that resembles war helmets from the past. Radar's design is titled Urban Kids Kuspuk. It is influenced by a traditional kuspuk that incorporates urban checkered fabric for the hood and pocket lining. Traditional abalone buttons are used to create a stylish front closure. Lily Hope and Deanna Lampy. Hope and Lampy, niece and aunt, are a Juneau-based design team and are from the Akdain Tan clan. Hope is a storyteller, chilkat weaver, and mother. Lampy is a beater, retail executive, and award-winning photographer. These designs are the first official collaboration, inspired by decades of red carpet fashion criticism and the desire to bring traditional fibers and patterns into the mainstream. Maya is wearing an ensemble titled Ceremonial Business, a red wool skirt adorned with mother of pearl. Her jacket sports a beaded chilkat face with beaded floral lapels. Ursula Rose is wearing Silver Huntress. The hand-spun wool fringe on her dress has over 700 cones, finished with vintage fur and cedar bark cuffs. Sheesh. Lily is wearing Cedar Currants, a cocktail dress embellished with basketry wave design in mother-of-pearl buttons and modernized cedar bark accessories. Candy McGilton. Artist Candy McGilton is Tsimshian Ganhada from Metlakatla. Her Tsimshian names are Mangetspa Gapeang. She started beading primarily for friends and family, and later studied weaving, with an emphasis on Tsimshian false embroidery, with renowned Haida artists Dolores and Holly Churchill. In addition to her artwork, McGilton works to strengthen Tsimshian culture through the Hike Foundation, a nonprofit organization she co-founded that is dedicated to the revival of Tsimshian culture in Smialgach, the language of the Tsimshian people. Candy created the butterfly sun hat and strawberry sun hat with beaded designs. They are modeled by Isabella Jade McGlitton Williams and Michiana Hutcherson. Skin sewing. Marcus Go. Marcus Go is an Inupiaq who has lived in Juneau for 10 years. His traditional name is An Kasak. He spent his childhood in the interior where his grandfather was a trapper and his grandmother was a skin sewer. Marcus has been hunting and sewing fur in earnest since 2013. Marcus's daughter, Leanna, is modeling his sea otter fur stole with braided leather ties. Bobby Ita. Bobby Ita is an Inupiaq artist from Barrow and owner of Hallelujah Designs. She creates anything from traditional fur parkas to sealskin purses and mukluks. She enjoys looking at old photos for ideas and mixes traditional designs with bold color and beadwork. She received her Inupiaq Fine Art Certificate from Iliksavik College and became an artist to keep her traditional alive. Rayanne Mills is wearing a sealskin corset. The trim and sides of the corset are made with gold Italian lambskin leather. The black lace is made of suede leather. Louise Cattinger. Duksa'at Tla, Louise Cattinger is Tlingit from the Raven Coho clan. Louise grew up in Huna. She began skin sewing over 10 years ago, making everything from blankets and jackets to pillows, mittens, and purses. Louise's artwork draws from an ancient tradition spanning thousands of years. It is based on a sustainable hunting and fishing lifestyle. She shares the bounty of land and seas with her family, elders, and those who can no longer hunt. Louise's designs are modeled by Raven Chafin, Michelle McCoy, and Kristen Berry. Our final category, I have to say, of Indigenous style, these artists and models are just killing it. Crystal Whirl. Crystal Kakia Whirl is Tlingit and Athabascan. She is from the Sakai clan in Haines and the Raven House, and a child of the Thunderbird clan. She graduated from the Institute of American Art in Santa Fe. She also studied art in China in Venice. She and her brother Rico Tlanat Whirl co-founded Trickster Company, where her artwork is sold. Maka Montour wears a painting called Aquatic Blossom. The painting is a modernized Athabascan beadwork pattern. Alyssa London wears a painting called Raven in the Wind, a painting inspired by Crystal's recent residency in Paris, France. at St. Goodness Cheesh, Oyex, how us the cut yuhan. Our models are going to do a final walkthrough. Please give them a warm round of applause.
And now, I'd like to give a special thank you to Celeste for providing the soundtrack, the music, the DJ, coming all this way from Santa Fe. Goodness cheesh. And our coordinator. None of this could have happened without somebody giving all the instructions in the back, making sure everybody knew how to work. So Diana Velez, please come out.
Thank you everybody for attending. I hope you enjoyed the show.
And our makeup, and hair.
Ganeshish, Juno, thank you. Happy celebration.
Did you see those wonderful red woven bands? That was amazing. New design in hair, Tlingit style. And our makeup artist is sitting down. Makeup artist. Can we give a hand to our makeup artist? Our musicians and performers earlier. Let's give another round of applause to them. And lastly, give yourself an applause, because guess what? You got one of the most highly coveted tickets tonight. Goodness cheese.